how far has GoPro come over the last, I don't know, let me check, 7 years, make that 8. In January of 2010, GoPro released this guy, the GoPro Hero, what they actually called HD. It only recorded 1080 at 30 frames per second. Yeah, they're pretty much the same thickness, everything's the same. Battery's about the same size too when you take them out. However, they look the same now, but you had to buy a screen back then for 1,000 Rand. In dollars, that would be about $90. So after you bought your GoPro, you'd have to buy a screen separately just so you could see what you were doing. And the screen wasn't even touchscreen. You still had to use these buttons to navigate. Also, they never ever made a naked frame. So your GoPro went into this massive waterproof housing, and changing settings is an absolute nightmare. Trust me, I found out doing this test. When you look at the form factor, you had to pretty much use your GoPro Hero HD like this. There was a housing for the back that just kind of had 2 little air vents because it's only waterproof in the housing. But it didn't really fix the sound at all. It still sounded absolutely terrible. Yeah, when you compare it now, there's a huge difference. In these tests, I'm going to go through comparing everything, and I'm going to just put it on the screen. I'm also going to tell you exactly what I'm doing. You can see how far GoPro's actually come, whether it be the dynamic range, the clarity. I'm going to try and make it as quick as possible, and I hope you guys enjoy this. What I did to get the test right, I actually took one of these and I put it on a MonoPod, and I mounted each GoPro right next to each other so that when I filmed, I had the exact same angle, exact same lighting, so everything was done at the exact same time. The GoPro Hero 6 in linear was pretty much the same angle as the GoPro Hero HD because there wasn't really a super view or a wide to change the settings. So let's take a look. So in this first setting, you can see you've got the Hero 1 on the left hand side and the Hero 6 on the right hand side. I've basically taken the highest quality that each one can produce, and obviously the Hero 6 is stabilized. The test here is to look at the dynamic range. Keep note that I have used the Hero 6 in its flat color profile, as anyone can do this, and the point is to show what a basic user can do. The Hero 6 has not been color graded, so you can just picture, add a little bit of pop to it yourself, and you can still actually see, even though it's flat, how good it is. So this is inside. Here you can see on the left hand side how grainy it is, and you can see in the shaded areas, and this is the biggest thing, the shaded areas are so dark on the Hero 1, but on the Hero 6 there's still so much detail, yet the outside areas are not overexposed. Over here you can see that how light it is on the inside walls, plus the windows you can see the details. Okay, so this next test is going to be completely audio from here. What you're hearing right now is the GoPro Hero 6. And what you're hearing right now is the GoPro Hero 1. So the GoPro Hero 6 is obviously in a bit of a naked case, and the Hero 1 is obviously in the waterproof housing. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. At the time of the Hero 1, there was no naked case, so yeah, there was the case with the thing in the back where it had a hole, so the sound was better, but it didn't really work. Today is an overcast day, so I just thought I'd get this out so you guys can see. We have the Hero 6 filming 4K 30 frames, and the Hero 1 is filming HD at 30 frames per second as well. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is, I've got this thing on the same MonoPod that you've seen, and I'm going to just take a brief skate here and there so you guys can kind of see the stability. I'm going to try and compare the slow-mo from the Hero 6 to the Hero 1. So the Hero 6 is currently 4K 60 frames per second, and the Hero 1 unfortunately only goes up to HD 30 frames per second. And so I'm going to slow them down 50%. So let's just take a look quick. So here it's slowed down 50%. You can see how smooth the Hero 6 is at 60 frames when it's slowed down to 30 frames. It's a little bit more zoomed in. You can see all the detail, and I'm going to quickly pause it and zoom in a little bit so you can see. So if you look at the Nike shoe, you can see the detail, you can see the bricks in the background, the paving, everything is just so crisp on the new one. Now for the ultimate slow-mo test. So the Hero 1 is 720p at 60 frames per second. It's going to look very choppy when this one happens. It's going to be compared to the Hero 6, and that is filming in HD at 240 frames per second. Let's do this. Okay, so here we've got It's slowed down. On the right hand side, obviously you hear a 6, and you can see how buttery smooth this is. It's unbelievable. So even though the quality's dropped to HD on Hero 6, you can just see how clear this is. So I'm going to freeze it quickly, and you can take a look. So let's just zoom in a little bit, and you can read the text under the board. It's crystal clear. The bricks are even nice and pin sharp. I think that's enough skating for one day. Right, so that's a little bit of video. I'm going to go back to video quickly, but I just want to show you quickly the photo section of the GoPro Hero 6 and how good the photos have improved. So let's take a look quickly. So this first shot is done with the Hero 6. This is done with the Hero 1. You can see the dynamic range of so much detail. Here it's zoomed in. You can look at the shaded areas to the lighter areas. You're more than welcome to pause it if you want. And zooming into the car, you can almost read the number plate on the Hero 6, but on the Hero 1, there's no chance. And here's just a close-up of some grass, and you can actually see the detail and the sharpness on the Hero 6. You know, for a matter of 7-8 years, it's exceptional. Okay, so I went to the skate park and I decided, you know what, let me get some close clips of the guys skating, kind of like a skateboard edit, and I'm going to put them side by side. It's filmed on the exact same MonoPod setup that I showed you earlier, so there's absolutely no gimbals here involved. The only stabilization you're going to see is the Hero 6 doing its internal electronic image stabilization, which is actually digital image stabilization. So check this out. So the ideal thing here to look for, once again, is the dynamic range on the Hero 6. Even the shaded areas, even though the sun's so bright, it's not overexposed in the sun, but there's still so much detail in the shaded areas. You can see, you know, the texture of the cement, you can see the bricks. Everything is just so crisp and clear. And when you slow it down, it's still buttery smooth. I used the GoPro Hero 6, if you saw, at 2.7K 60 frames per second at linear. It was the closest where I could get a similar angle with using the best quality from the GoPro Hero 1. The purpose of this is just to show how far GoPro has come in such a short time. And what I've done here, I know side by side sometimes it's like, hey, you know, it's not too bad. I've done those exact same clips, and I've put them together in an edit with music, so one by one. So the first thing you're going to see is the Hero 6 with a little bit of music, and then afterwards, straight after that, I'm going to show you the Hero 1. It's just so crazy how the Hero 6 just seems professional, and the Hero 1 just looks so pussy. So there it is. That's the comparison video between the Hero 1 and Hero 6, and just to show you how far GoPro has come. It's unbelievable that in a matter of 7 or 8 years, GoPro can make something so exceptionally good and move the industry so far, and they've pushed so many action camera manufacturers to the next level. So hope you guys enjoyed this. If you've got any other videos that you'd like me to do, please let me know. If you enjoyed it, please hit the thumbs up. I've got more content coming out soon, so I hope you guys enjoy it, and hit that subscribe button if you like the work that you see. And I will see you guys on the next video. Have a good day. Bye.